हेलो एंड वेलकम ऑल। क्या सबने चाय पी ली, कॉफी पी ली, नाश्ता कर लिया और स्किप किया या फिर क्लासिक इंडियन ब्रेकफास्ट, चाय बिस्किट एंड हो गया काम? Well, hello everyone. I'm Khadija Ali, your host for today's workshop. Your 2026 diet plan, a morning cup that makes adulting feel effortless. And today's session is not just about coffee. It's about every single thing you drink in the morning that decides how your entire day goes, even that correct chai that you think is medicine. Before we dive in, let me quickly tell you who I am. So, my name is Khadija Ali. I'm a dietitian with a master's in nutrition and dietetics, and I specialize in food safety and quality management. I'm also a UGC NET qualified assistant professor, someone with one foot in dietetics, one foot in entrepreneurship, and both hands working inside the food industry. And I work remotely from Muscat, Oman, and I help clients across the world reset their habits, build high protein desi diets, and reclaim their energy without giving up on chai, coffee, dal, or roti. Also, I create evidence based content on at the rate Game of Nutrition on Instagram, and I host a podcast on this very channel where we break down science, food myths, desi routines, and stuff that actually matters. A huge part of my work is food product development, and I build healthier foods from scratch, understanding ingredient behavior, labeling laws, metabolism, friendly formulas, and how everyday packaged food affects your long term health. So, trust me when I say I know exactly why your morning cup is what your morning cup is doing to your body. And today's session, the adulting antidote, is the foundation of this entire workshop because why are we doing this workshop is because morning drinks are the first thing that decide what decisions your brain makes throughout the day, and that single decision decides your energy, cravings, mood, productivity, bloating, weight loss, you can name it all, even how you sleep well at night. And people think adulting is hard, but honestly most of us are just starting the day with the wrong fuel. So today's session is an eye opener. It's simple, it's desi, it's science, and after tonight, you will never look at chai or coffee the same way again. And the truth might sting a little, but it will save your energy, mood, gut, as well as hormones. So you can see a picture of a classic Indian breakfast wherein there is chai with some fried item. Now this can be replaced with biscuits, but it's all at the end carbs. So you know, uh, that's how our mornings look like. No water, straight to chai, checking our inboxes. Then, there's brain fog, there's the stress hormones firing. And then when you ask about breakfast, अरे बाद में देखेंगे. And then uh, that's how, your routine. If you can relate to this, you can comment me in the chat box. So, your morning drink, your entire day's energy script. When you say you sip uh, in the first 60 minutes, it decides your cravings, your mood, your focus, your metabolism, your hunger, your stress levels, everything. The first sip in the morning, that is what matters at the end of the day. So, one wrong sip, and you will spend your entire day trying to fix yourself. Okay, you all say chai is love, but it is also a problem. I know, you'll be like, Khadija, don't attack chai, relax. But I'm not banning chai or coffee. I'm explaining what it does when your stomach is empty. And we let's get into the little bit of science of what exactly tea does when you have it on empty stomach. Now, tea has tannins, and it can irritate your empty stomach, causing acidity. Milk, milk tea spikes insulin that will cause cravings. Tea will also have tannins that will block your iron absorption. And sugar plus tea is going to leave you with fake energy spike. And then that will cause a crash in your energy. And then again, you'll start craving more food. And again, you will want to have something. So, Who here drinks chai before water? Comment honest and let's see. So if your morning cup is chai or coffee right in the morning before having anything else, you're literally having stress in a cup. Because when coffee hits before your body wakes up, your cortisol will spike, your anxiety will increase, your energy levels will drop down within a few hours. Say you have had your coffee or tea in the morning and your energy levels will drop down by 11 a.m. Overeating will start. Dependency builds on chai, coffee. Everyone here can relate to it. Most of the people who have chai, coffee in the morning, they are like, if they do not have their cup of tea or coffee, they'll get headaches. And that is what shows that you're dependent on it for your morning routine or for your first dose of energy in the morning. And then we wonder why adulting feels so hard. So why are we all, messed up when it comes to having coffee on empty stomach plus no hydration? It will literally make your body go in panic mode. So you think you're tired, but your body will think that you're at war because caffeine and empty stomach and no water, this will literally disturb your whole system for the rest of the day. Now, when we talk about cortisol and the circadian rhythm, now these are two terms we'll cover it later as well, but those are your morning blueprints. Like if those are right, your day will go well. Now, to explain it in simple terms, your cortisol will peak naturally between 6 to 9 a.m. Now, if you have caffeine along with that, now that will peak your cortisol further. It will push it too high than what it is supposed to be. So it will cause irritability, crash, increase stress, disrupt your hunger hormones. So maybe on the scale of 1 to 10, you can comment how stressed do you feel by 10 a.m. if you have had your tea, coffee in the morning, say about 7 a.m. And we have learned a lot about Krebs cycle and all the gluconeogenesis, glucogenolysis, all of these, and many other cycles and all the other scientific terms. But today we are going to discuss the crash cycle. Now this is very simple. You have an empty stomach in the morning. You have caffeine or you have tea, and that causes a spike in your blood sugars. Then it causes that fake alertness. Your blood sugar will dip. You'll get cravings. Once you get cravings, you'll overeat. That overeating will lead to guilt tripping. And guilt tripping on overeating is worse than just overeat. So you guilt trip, then you again crash, and then you repeat the cycle. So this is why, most of the people cannot lose fat or feel stable because in the morning itself, you have, pushed yourself to go to have all these sugary and fatty foods. So you're making yourself crave more just because of your morning drink. So you can see this is a typical breakfast of many people. Chai biscuit is not breakfast. We think we had breakfast because something just went into our stomachs, but chai plus rusk or chai plus parleji or chai plus anything is just sugar plus tannins plus zero protein. Your metabolism would literally be crying because it's not getting anything useful. So, you know, we could call ourselves the hydration deficiency nation because uh, we don't have water, but we have chai, coffee, Pepsi, cola, all the other beverages in the world with sugar, loaded sugar, but not water. And you know what is shocking? That just 300 to 500 ml of water on just waking up right after you wake up in the morning can improve your focus, digestion, and energy by 20 to 30%. Just that one change can make a difference in your attention span, your digestion, and your energy throughout the day by 20-30%. And it's free, like it's just water. You don't have to do anything. Now, what should be your new routine? So, to explain it in simple terms, we just discussed how water is important right in the morning. So, water followed by a pause, 20 to 30 minutes. Then a smart drink, followed by breakfast with protein, and then chai coffee at the right time. Do not have your chai coffee with your meals as well, because this simple shift will fix your moods, your hormones, your gut, your cravings, focus, and hunger. You can name it all. Now you'll ask me, what is this smart drink? So this is what we are going to decode in all the sessions that we have planned for these 2 days. So this smart drink is something which has to be personalized. It has to be based on your health condition, your age, your metabolism, your weight. So there are a lot of factors that get into the smart drink that you have. So it could be something like a herbal tea or a spice tea, or the list is really long, and that's what we are going to cover in this workshop. And the rest, we will see how it goes ahead. Now, we, people might have thought that when they come to this workshop, they're going to be brainwashed into not having tea, coffee. But that is not what it is. I'm not canceling your, favorite drink, but we are helping you build routines that are better, that include, better options like lemon water, kava, filtered black coffee, or ginger chai after food. That is really good for your digestion. So that is what you're going to learn. So this is a small challenge. You have to put in the answers in the comment section. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you two food package labels, only the ingredient list, and you will have to guess what are the sugary beverages in that. What are the sugary and the other fatty compounds that are there in the ingredient list. And let's see whoever gets it right. Also, when you look at a food label and the ingredient list, the first ingredient that is there, that means that is in the highest quantity in the packaged food. So you will see now. So there is chai premix and then there is a coffee premix. You can look at the ingredients. There's sugar, dairy-based beverage, whitener, milk solids, sugar. Then there's some stabilizer, then glucose syrup, and then finally instant tea powder. When you look at coffee, you can check out the ingredient list and comment what exactly are the ingredients that you think are not really needed. So your day is ruined if you have only tea, coffee in the morning. But along with that, even your sleep is affected. Now, if your sleep is affected, your next day is also affected. So coffee or caffeine from the coffee lingers in your system for 6 to 8 hours. Now, if you have had coffee at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., that means it's there in your system till night. Same with chai. Chai has tannins, and by 4 p.m., if you have chai, sham ki chai, your brain will stay awake till 1 a.m. So, you know, we keep, blaming melatonin for, sleep disturbances. You have, those gummies and all the melatonin supplements just to, fix your sleep. But why do you need that external source of melatonin when you can simply fix it by fixing your morning routine? So fix your coffee habits, fix your chai habits, and you're good to go. Now, you keep saying, you're not lazy, you're not weak, you're not broken. But if your morning system is only broken, and that will automatically lead to making you feel everything else is very difficult. Your mood, your weight gain, weight loss issues, your skin, your gut cravings, everything else will fall apart. That's why we say, adulting isn't hard, but only if your routine is also, complementing what you actually do. With that, we will dive into a little bit of science about what exactly is uh, cortisol, what exactly is all of these beverages, and let's go ahead. So, when we talk about the circadian rhythm and the cortisol peaks, you can see over here uh, in the image, it shows at around midnight at 12. That's when you are in your deepest sleep at around 2 a.m., followed by your body temperature dipping. Your body temperature goes down. And then melatonin stops working by 7:30. And then, cortisol actually starts working. And then your highest body temperature is at around 6 a.m., 6 p.m. And then your body's body temperature is also at the highest around maybe 8 or 9 p.m. And that's when melatonin secretion starts. Now, that's the cycle that we always keep hearing, the circadian rhythm, and about the cortisol peaks and all. So, cortisol will naturally make you wake up between 6 to 9 a.m., helping you feel alert. So, drinking coffee immediately after waking up can increase that spike and will lead to anxiety and all the other issues that we have already discussed. So now the goal is to align your coffee intake or caffeine intake with your circadian rhythm for optimal energy regulation, not against it. So when do you usually have your first coffee? I want to see the comments. So what time do you usually have your first coffee? Or if I've seen a lot of my clients, especially there was one person, she used to have a whole tumbler of black coffee. That was her water would always have caffeine. It was strong black coffee, and that would be what she would keep sipping on throughout the day. If you are someone who does this, it's really wrong. You should not do that. Okay, 9:30 a.m. That's good. So, a European health journal analysis found that individuals who consumed coffee only in the morning had significantly lower all cause and cardiovascular mortality than those who drank it throughout the day, which basically means coffee actually helps you in a lot of ways as well. It's not that it's only doing harm to your system, but along with that, the timing matters. That's what that the study had shown. So, do you drink coffee or for energy or out of habit? Because those two things matter. If you're having coffee just because you need energy, or it is your habit or addiction, name it, whatever you can name it all. So how to fix your coffee first of all, the quality, quantity, and what should be added in your coffee. So first of all, delay it. Even if you don't want to have coffee right in the morning with your breakfast due to time constraints or things like that, delay it 20 to 30 minutes after waking up. Give your cortisol time to naturally peak, and then you can enhance it or get that boost of energy from coffee or caffeine. Limit to 1 to 2 cups per day, and ideally those cups should be before 12 p.m. or max by 1 to 3 p.m., not after that. Avoid sugar or creams or flavoring syrups, all of these that you add into your coffee. And prefer filtered or black coffee to reduce the lipid raising compounds. Now, you will ask me what are these lipid raising compounds in coffee? Coffee was always known to be, a zero cal drink, or black coffee is like go to because there's no calories, but gives you the energy. But coffee has cafestol and caviol. Now, these two are terpenes, and these are two compounds in coffee that can raise your cholesterol levels or serum lipid levels. Now, these two have benefits as well. They are anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties, but uh, they also are effective in raising your serum lipid levels. So now you can think why, people who have a lot of coffee can also have heart problems, or their arteries can get clogged and things like that, because it has compounds that can cause increase in your lipid levels. So what would be a smarter routine that you can follow? You can sip on warm lemon water, hydrate yourself. Now this, people talk about drinks being trash and all of those things, but not always. You know, there is a way. There are ways to have it, but that does not mean detox drinks will cause weight loss. That is a big myth. But it helps in some ways, like warm lemon water gently hydrates, neutralizes your mouth pH, and primes your metabolism. It will help in giving your metabolism little push right in the morning. And then after 20 to 30 minutes, enjoy filtered black coffee. Now there is a difference between instant coffee as well as black coffee, filtered coffee. So it's better to have filtered coffee over instant coffee. And you can add in spices, cinnamon, cardamom for flavor. And cinnamon definitely reduces the need to add a lot of sugar. Now, another label, now this time it's an energy drink. We are all very familiar with this drink. But you can look at the ingredients. The first ingredient is carbonated water, the second one is sugar. That means with water, the maximum quantity that is there in this drink is sugar. Along with that, then there are acidity regulators, and then there's taurine, there's caffeine, sweeteners, inositol, vitamin premix. So you, what is important is to read your labels if you're having drinks from outside. Now, what are better alternatives compared to the existing ones that we are well aware of? As I mentioned filtered black coffee. Now it is a clean caffeine source, antioxidant rich, and anti-inflammatory, and it will soothe your digestion. And when you talk about adrak, that is ginger lemon water, that is again anti-inflammatory and will soothe your digestion. And then there's kahwa. Now kahwa uh, come from different regions and different recipes and all of those. So you can have light kava. Now, kava is base is coffee beans itself. So it is a light source of caffeine, but you can add in some warming spices, which will together boost the effect. Now, why does this routine with all these drinks work? It gives you hydration, supports your metabolic and digestive system. It will delay caffeine, uh, like you're having these drinks later on. So it'll delay caffeine and help stabilize cortisol and reduce your dependency. And along with that, it will align coffee intake with your natural biology. That will enhance your focus and long term cardiovascular resilience. So if you have any comments, questions, uh, put it in the chat box and I'm going to address those right now. Okay, I see a lot of people are tea fans over here. That's good. Someone's waking up at 7 and coffee at 9. So I'm going to put in the feedback form link on the chat boxes. And You all can put in your questions there as well, and we'll address it further. I've put in the feedback form link on the community as well as the YouTube chat. You can have access to it. And stay tuned. We'll be going live with our first speaker in a couple of minutes.